Okay, so I just read about this new approach called Claude Code PM. It's all about streamlining development by using AI and GitHub issues in a totally different way.
Wait, so how does it actually help with development? I mean, we already have project management tools, right?
Right, but this is interesting because it tackles common pitfalls like lost context and conflicting changes when multiple developers are involved.
That sounds promising. How does it prevent context loss? Does it provide a way to keep everything organized?
Exactly, it maintains persistent context across all tasks, which means everyone involved is on the same page. No more rediscovery.
Nice. And what about those conflicts when multiple developers are touching the same code? Doesn't that still happen?
Great question. The system uses parallel agents for independent tasks, so instead of blocking each other, they can work simultaneously.
So it's like having a team of AI agents doing the heavy lifting. That's pretty cool. But how do they communicate?
They do everything through GitHub issues. It creates a real-time collaborative environment where both AI and human efforts are visible.
That's clever, but what happens if something goes wrong? Can the team track changes easily?
Absolutely, it follows a strict traceability principle, documenting every decision from specifications to production, so accountability is built in.
I love that. But doesn't this framework risk becoming too rigid? What if a developer wants to experiment?
Good point, the creators emphasize no-vibe coding, meaning every line of code needs to trace back to a specification. It's about precision.
That's an interesting principle. But what about creativity? Can developers still innovate within that structure?
They can, the system encourages thorough brainstorming before diving into specs. It's a balance between structure and creativity.
So the brainstorming step is crucial. That's where the creative ideas come out before the rigid structure sets in.
Exactly, it's about laying down a solid foundation first, then building on it with defined tasks. It's a smart workflow.
Speaking of workflow, how does this compare to traditional methods? Is it really that different?
Oh, it's vastly different. Traditional methods often lose context between sessions and lack traceability, leading to confusion.
So this system actually provides a single source of truth. That must really help with team collaboration.
Definitely, by using GitHub issues as the core, everyone has access to the same information without silos.
That sounds like a game changer. But are there any downsides to relying solely on GitHub for everything?
Well, some might argue it could limit flexibility or introduce complexity, but the benefits generally outweigh those concerns.
That's fair. Speaking of benefits, you mentioned faster shipping times. How much faster are we talking?
Teams report up to 3 times faster feature delivery. That's huge when you think about how slow traditional methods can be.
Wow, that's impressive. But is that just a gimmick, or are there measurable outcomes to support those claims?
It's backed by data from teams using the system. They've seen significant reductions in bug rates and time lost to context switching.
That's solid. But what do you think about the potential for burnout with such high expectations on speed?
That's a valid concern. It's crucial to balance speed with quality, which this system aims to do by emphasizing specifications.
So it's about creating a culture where speed doesn't compromise quality. But can it adapt to different team dynamics?
It seems designed to be flexible enough to fit various workflows. Teams can tweak it to suit their unique needs.
That's reassuring. It's like having a customizable framework to build upon, which is always beneficial.
Exactly, and with the emphasis on collaborative protocols, it fosters an environment of teamwork.
That's awesome. It sounds like Claude Code PM could really redefine how we think about development processes.
Totally, it's like a blend of AI efficiency and human creativity, paving the way for a new era in software development.
So if someone wanted to get started with it, what's the first step?
They'd need to install it in their project and set up their initial product requirements document. It's user-friendly.
Sounds easy enough. This makes me curious about how it'll evolve in the future. More AI integration.
Absolutely. As AI continues to advance, systems like this will likely become even more sophisticated and powerful.
I'm excited to see how that unfolds. It really challenges traditional development norms.
For sure, and it opens up discussions about the role of AI in collaborative environments, which is fascinating.
Definitely. It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Totally, so here's a thought. How do you think teams can best leverage this kind of system for long-term success?
They'll need to commit to ongoing training and adaptation. Embracing the changes rather than resisting will be key.
Absolutely, it's all about mindset. This could truly revolutionize how teams approach software development.
And that makes me wonder, what's next in the evolution of project management tools? More AI, perhaps.
Most likely, we're in for an exciting journey ahead with AI being a part of our everyday workflows.
I can't wait to see where it all goes. This conversation really opened my eyes to the possibilities.